I'm jazzed about the show we have, man. I've got the new Gravity Falls comic.
Yep.
Which I want to talk about this one because Baron, you actually, I'm not for once, I'm not the only cartoon viewer in the house. This man right here, Baron Jones, cartoon viewer, not just like this was not planned. Even came in wearing the Gravity Falls shirt
that I bought at Boston Comic Con.
That he bought at Boston. Way to take it back. All right, yeah, wait, yes, and that stuff. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But no, Gravity Falls is a very popular cartoon. That ran for a couple of years. Didn't go that long because they wrapped up the story neatly on the Disney Channel and very popular. And I am disheartened because in this room, because I know you've never watched the show.
No.
And Johnny, I'm pretty sure, has never watched the show. You never chimed in when we're talking about it.
I have no clue what you're talking about right now.
Exactly.
I don't know where I am right now.
And I would think Herb would, but he's got too much pride to admit it.
Too much.
Yeah, see, but no, we're grown ass, man. I'm not ashamed to admit that's right. I sit there and watch the kids' cartoon because it's not entirely kids' cartoon. Dirty jokes all over the sucker.
Yeah, I watch Adventure Time and stuff.
Deep stuff.
That's better.
Adventure Time is different. Adventure Time is like it had to be all extra cutesy and weird like that. Otherwise, that is some of the bleakest material possible.
Yeah, some of it's pretty heavy, yeah.
Yeah, like Adventure Time, you know why there's no more humans? Or at least for a long time, why there was no more humans? Because Lady Rainicorn, a lovable character, who's the sentient rainbow unicorn creature, who only spoke Japanese and was very like cutesy and stuff, her people ate all the humans.
Ooh.
That's why they were for a long time there was no humans. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, bring my little brother there.
It's like when they find him though, and he's like he crapped his diaper, and then he falls back in it.
Yeah.
And so no one will talk to him, and so he has gets anxiety every time he sits down to take a crap.
Yeah,
that's in the show too, which is I thought was
so much in the show. I'm freaking what was it the elephant character Tree Trunks? Tree Trunks and her husband had to have a heart-to-heart conversation about her being polyamorous. On again the quote-unquote kids show.
Yeah,
this is not material I want my 7-year-old.
I still don't know what that means. So yeah,
what kids show or polyamorous?
Polyamorous.
Oh, okay. Well,
I know what it means.
Adam, we need to have a discussion. When two people love each other very much, and two more people love each other very much, and three more people over there love each other very much, and 7 people over here love each other very much, and they love each other together. How do we start talking about Gravity Falls? Yes, I'm happy that for once, this is a thing. I am not the only one in here that is like familiar with a property that I thought was really popular, and these guys have no idea. Now, mind
usually he goes off on Star Trek for like a half hour by himself.
Star Trek is the shit.
We gotta let him. No, I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying you gotta exercise that geekdom yourself.
Man, okay, first of all, this man knows more about film than anybody I've ever met, and he's gonna call me out on
I wasn't calling you out. I'm saying you gotta have that. I just can't balance you out because I don't know as much. I'm just saying I'm glad someone else is here for you so you can kind of, both appreciate it out loud together.
All right. I will say Star Trek made films too, though, man.
They did.
They made a lot of bad films.
They did. Well,
I'm sorry, man, but
no, I'm not. I am right there with you.
Only the even ones are good, isn't that the old?
Well, Mix will fight you.
The even ones.
Mix will fight you. I myself say Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan.
Khan, sure.
And then the 2009 Star Treks, the later Star Treks. Those I dig. I'm sorry.
The second one was abysmal.
What?
Into Darkness?
Into Darkness was a little too raw. What they should have done. Okay, back me up because I feel like I'm talking to someone who knows their stuff now. They basically tried to remake in their own image Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, and they failed.
Well, would it not have been better if it had actually been a 2-part movie? And the first part was the original series episode where they found Khan. And they had the whole thing where they thought he was friend. They were going to work with him and get his people settled, etc. The reason for Wrath of Khan, have that be the first movie, and then the second movie can probably be Wrath of Khan fleshed out and developed because now you have an understanding of the character and they don't have to ham fist a lot of unnecessary Benedict Cumberbatch.
Khan basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bandersnatch Cardamom. It was that guy.
He played somebody. I don't know who he played, but it wasn't Khan.
He played John Hamm. And I would have liked if he played John Hammond from Jurassic Park
in a dual role. Yeah.
But no, do you see what I'm saying?
Good, bad, off just not doing that character at all, though. Like,
yeah, I would say well,
they had
because when you try to take on Khan, like you set the bar so high for yourself, and you have to hit that.
Yeah,
Well,
even
I
for the
think-
layman, though, knows that character, so I think that's
Yeah.
what they're going for, like a more broader thing. I don't think they did it well at all. I'm with you there, but that's I think
They
I don't
had
know.
to have at some point somebody yell, "God!"
Yes, and a guy with like this just barrel-chested
Yeah.
red cleavage.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
common to me.
and they
that's
didn't
the sex
get that.
And
appeal.
they didn't get any of that.
Because-
Benedict Cumberbatch does not have large enough pecs.
I don't think
doesn't.
so. You don't think so.
No.
We don't think so.
Half the role's pecs. to
Every
me.
female friend, every Christian, that's not fair. Every friend that I have that's oriented towards the male gender as romantic partnership loves Benedict Cumberbatch. Well, after they're done making fun of his name, they will attest that he is a sexy man. You know, I mean, granted, he's not The Rock. You know,
no,
but he's,
Benedict Cumberbatch is not the Rock. You're right.
He's still not Ricardo Montalban.
No.
you know, honestly, having seen Ricardo Montalban
close?
in the Spy Kids movies, good looking, but still just this old ass grandpa. You can't you can't go home again. There's
A Robert
no
Rodriguez
return from
film.
that. Robert Rodriguez. Yo, have you checked out anything on that El Rey network, man?
No.
The El Rey network
Is it hard or what?
It's doing interesting stuff, and there is no like FCC regulation, F-bombs left and right at the SC, everything, and they don't
FCC don't touch that.
yeah, man, they don't give a flying monkey fighter. It is just
out there.
extra special.
It
Yeah,
is hard then. All right. I'll have to check that out.
yeah. But dude, let me jump right into it, man,
All right.
because for some reason my phone's doing a thing here and I can't get to the description proper like. But I want to talk about Gravity Falls, the shorts.
Perfect.
This is a new comic series that's out from Disney, you know, and it's available now. Actually, it's still in the current run, where you can get a few of the last issues. I think they're up to number 4 now. And like I mentioned, Gravity Falls before, the TV show. If anyone doesn't know, is unfamiliar, I'll keep it pretty simple. It's the story of Dipper and Mabel. These are two kids who are staying with their grand uncle, Stanley Pines, also called Grunkle Stan. And their adventures in his wooded community. How do you
Wooded. Yeah.
wooded community? Okay, his wooded community. They live in the sticks, man. It's on a mountain. Are out there. They're borderline supernatural. Not even borderline.
No,
they're
they're
supernatural.
supernatural.
Yeah, because this town is like the center, the forefront of all types of weird things happening, and a lot of it's detailed in this mysterious book, which is the only guide they have to some of the weirdness happening, and that's where the mystery of the show comes in. Otherwise, it's the wacky misadventures of these two twins, Dipper and Mabel. Funny show, I like it. Humor can be appreciated by both kids, by both adults. So I was really jazzed when I found out that there's a comic series coming out that's going to feature these characters, and what I hoped was following stories. It's called Gravity Falls Shorts, and what I found out that meant is during the seasons of the TV show, they did a series of little shorts, quick vignettes to show, hey, this is what the characters do when they're not doing these direct storylines. Just small missions or little quirky things around the town. Stuff on camera. They're making their own wacky TV shows, and you get a little bit more story, you get a little bit more character development. And then I read these books. That's exactly what they are. And I don't mean they expand on these. I mean they took all the shorts they continuously taking all the shorts that they showed on TV and have transcribed them to comic form. Like I was actually able to, bring up one of these and follow along on a YouTube video of the exact short that I remember seeing on TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a way to go.
Oh, it's
an interesting choice.
It is. And the thing, I would be so against this, man. Like stuff like this normally pisses me right the hell off. But it's freaking Gravity Falls, dude. I love Gravity Falls. I'm sorry. It's just such a good show. And it's entertaining. It's funny. The only thing bad I can say about the shorts and the comic is that you lose a lot of the comedic value of the bits that take place from the delivery.
That's
yeah,
true.
sure. I mean, that's a lot of what humor is anyway. Is kind of, it's not just what's said; it's how it's said and how it's delivered, and like the timing and everything. Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of it gets lost in translation. It's only natural.
If you just read a script off of what Grunkle Stan says, like,
it's not the same.
He's a terrible person.
Oh yeah, no. Wait, hold on a second. Who had any qualms that he was an okay Joe? This dude who basically stole his brother's life.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, that's spoilers. But
Yeah.
Jesus. It's okay. What the hell? Like, I'm upset. I'm not going to watch it. Got so defensive for you because I know people are going to be like, oh my God.
Thank
YouTubers.
you. Thank you. He's nothing but a humanitarian.
Yeah. Speaking up for those.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Speaking up for the homunculus. All right, sorry, continue. I'll cut you on like 4 times, man. Go ahead.
But I mean, you take just the regular script without his delivery, and he loses all of his charm. He's just like
a prick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah,
He's like,
really.
oh, you are a terrible relative. You don't care about these kids at all.
No.
The only thing that gives him merit is, you're right, that charm there, and that's what ties us to the character, gives us some kind of affection. And the book does its best to communicate the humor because the artwork is beautiful. It looks just like the show, and they capture even, or at least they try to capture some of the visual gags as best as they can. So that I actually really have to respect. I can't hate on that. But I mean, as someone who knows the show, and I don't even know it backwards and forwards, I myself am a fan. I have friends that are super fans that are quoting things left and right that are just putting me to shame. But you're going to be familiar with some of the funnier bits, and when you see that on paper, it loses some of the effect, man. Some of that charm is lost in translation. Oh, it hurts. I really just like reiterated everything you said because it's that deep.
Yeah, no, it's just an interesting way to go. Why wouldn't they come up with original stuff? You know what I mean?
I mean, we were debating
it seems like a probably. I mean, I don't know if it's safer is the right word, but it seems like you would be able to do more. You know what I mean? So like instead of just losing something in the translation, you could kind of just build it up from those characters on the page.
Yeah, that'd be great if they did.
Sounds like a cash grab to me. They already have the story already plotted out and everything. So
just copy and paste is what you're doing, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much line tracing, right? What's that terminology that they did for Cinderella or whatever, Beauty and the Beast, where they just line trace? Rotoscope. Rotoscope off of the video that's already done.
Richard Linklater's animated rotoscoping he did.
Or
take a frame.
That takes so long though. That's not cheap if it's actually a rotoscope. That's so many hours.
Yeah, Cell Animation does that. Yeah. It's not cheap. I think it saves in man hours. Like they pay more to work people less. And I mean that's me talking out of my butt, man. I can't say for sure.
No, it's certainly an efficient technique. But what I'm saying is, sounds like they cheaped out on getting a unique story, sort of written out, storyboarded out, and going that and just did sort of rehash the same stuff in order to double dip on their fan base.
Maybe. Oh, double dip? Was that a pun? Double dip.
He
it is if you think it is.
So.
You killed. Okay, inadvertent puns here on the sucker.
Yeah.
All right. No, you're right though. You're right.
My only hope for it is that maybe they were just feeling like seeing if there's an audience for a comic.
Yeah, it's a good way to test the waters, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know how it's doing, but
well, I do feel like there definitely would be. My only problem with Gravity Falls is they wrapped up that story pretty neatly.
Yeah.
If they continue on, it would have it runs the risk of being like Futurama, where it's like they ended it neatly, and now they got to come back and force new stories. So it's like you can see the effort in trying to make something relevant.
Futurama ended perfectly too.
It ended perfectly like 4 times, man.
Yeah.
It's like nice.
But the last one with
the last one. So when it comes back in 2018,
I'd still be fine with it. You know what I mean? Just because it ended perfectly doesn't mean I don't want more stories.
They might do another. What was that crappy? The Beast with a Billion Backs.
With a billion backs. Well, they did that whole. It was like the whole season was just those 4 movies. Basically.
Yeah, it was stupid though.
Right.
There was the story with Lars and I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, there was 4 of them.
If the last episode had been Seymour, I'd have been okay with it. Because they've done good stuff. Does anyone know what we're talking about? Because I feel like, we're having our own conversation here. Herb is lost. Johnny couldn't give more of a. Well, anyways,
I'm in Herb land.
All right. Not a problem, man. It's basically on Futurama. Fry had a dog, Seymour, and it's one of the saddest things you'll see on TV.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it because you need to cry like we cried. Damn it, I wouldn't hurt me personally, and it's a cartoon.
I mean, the end of Gravity Falls hurt almost the same way.
The end of Gravity Falls, though, it's just like you knew it couldn't. You knew it had to end, and maybe not exactly that way, but it had to end.
Go ahead and spoil it. You already did it. Everything else.
Oh, stop it! You stop that right now.
Joking. Go ahead.
No. Gravity Falls was a great show. I would hate to see them try to cheapen it. Or God forbid they try to do something like going from Teen Titans to Teen Titans Go. You know,
I
where
don't.
they
I didn't see it. Go.
Have you seen the new Ben 10?
No.
Okay, are you familiar with Ben 10?
Vaguely.
Okay, because Ben 10 would be the best example. But from Teen Titans, you know there was a Teen Titans cartoon show?
Yeah.
Okay, it was popular. It
Yes.
was comedic, but mostly action oriented.
Right.
Imagine if they took that and made it more of a SpongeBob-like show.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Oh, it's horrible. It exists. It's called Teen Titans Go. It is tragic. What really bothers me is it's a terrible, god awful show, but it's one of those ones. It's one of those shows the Cartoon Network runs for endless periods of time, and that's the only thing that's on in the morning when I'm getting ready for my day job. You know, I don't do this like full time, guys. I sell shrimp out of a van.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm getting ready for work in the morning, like that's the only thing that's on. So that's what I have on in the background, and they make like good 80s references, you know, and then that's just wrapped in this horrible, disgusting like turkey bacon of a show.
I like
Turkey bacon.
I like that show.
What
I
Teen
like
Titans
turkey
Go?
bacon.
Yeah, I love it.
Don't say that out loud again, man. We will find a new producer. That's not okay. That is
See,
not
he-
okay.
he's taste shaming. He does this.
I do, and it's deserved. Find me somebody who's going to tell me Teen Titans Go is worth your is better
Is this the
than
hill you wanna
Teen
die on?
Titans is. Seriously, how dare you, sir? I trusted you.
I think it's pretty entertaining.
Just stop it. You stop that right now. That is not. He's
I'm
trolling.
with you. Go ahead.
He's
you
trolling.
like it.
This is trolling.
Go
He's
ahead and
never
like
watched
it.
the
I
show.
don't know. Go ahead and like it though. Go ahead and like it.
All right. Well, anyways, long story short, Gravity Falls was an amazing show. This book, it's still funny. The shorts are still good material. I would say pass on it though if you're a fan of Gravity Falls and you've seen the show, because most likely you've also seen the shorts. So none of this would be new material. This would all just be a rehash of old stuff. If you haven't and you just like good funny comics, go for it. Why the heck not? You can watch the shorts or you can read this comic. The experience will you're not going to lose anything. It'll be mostly the same. It's just entertainment. This is probably more friendly to like reading on the train ride or whatever, because you can't hear audio on the YouTube videos on your phone. You know, it's like there's not much to sell this if you're not a fan, besides the fact that it's funny. If you are a fan, there's not much to sell this because you've probably seen it already, but there's that little sliver of middle ground.
Well, if you're a super geek too, you're just gonna want to get it just because.
True,
You
but
know,
I
there's that too, which people like
I
need to have everything of everything. You know,
I don't promote
completist
that, man.
stuff.
I don't promote that because that's how people go broke. You
Yeah.
know, honestly, in this day and age, we
Being a
should,
hoarder and living alone too. Yeah.
Yeah, that too, and then you
Down
know, a
that
stack
slope.
of
Slippery
newspapers falls on you.
Yeah.
You know, a stack of a forgotten box of troll dolls ends up crushing a vital organ.
Yeah.
That
Troll
that
dolls.
Pog collection.
I got
Pog
suffocated by
collection will ruin you.
a thing of Beanie Babies collapsed on him.
Oh,
that
jeez.
name just makes so much merch for everything that it's impossible to really be a completist on anything.
Well,
No,
dude, we're
doesn't stop
talking
them from
about
trying, I'm
we're
sure.
talking about Disney here right now. Okay, they invented that technique.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So Gravity Falls shorts is the comic. If you're familiar with Gravity Falls, like in and out, like don't bother with this one just because it's not bad. It's everything. It's literally everything
same.
you've already seen. Yep. Gravity Falls shorts. If you haven't, it's still funny. Maybe you want to check it out. It's available now in stores. All right. So